Hey, 6 Estate, AZ. We're just down here checking up on things. Seems to be a large presence of police here still. I think that's going to be a continual thing. Yeah. I'm hoping that our inside man has some video, that he sees the notification and will come out and show us the video from inside. So that's what the hope is. He didn't come back out last night. I was out here for a while after. And it's snowing out here, just lightly. We have three marked police vehicles here, and other vehicles that are probably just the unmarks. So I don't know. So we're hoping Steve will come out, if he's even here, and show us some video. It's the only thing I can hope for, because they're not going to let me in here. I don't know if they're carting off people yet. We do have medical here on scene. I haven't seen them yet. I don't know where they're at. They might be inside. So we're going to find out if they're going to be carting anybody off. Temperature is rather cold today. It's like 27 degrees out here right now. So there isn't going to be too much activity outside. Of course, I haven't checked over there in the smoking area. I'm sure there'll be people out in the smoking area. Hey, Hefe's Garden. How's it going? Cold and snowy, yeah. Yeah. Well, this snow is supposed to last through tomorrow here. Can you guys pick up the snow on the camera? The snowflakes that are coming down. It's only now and then that they're coming down. Right now I don't hardly see any. Well, there's a few out there, okay. A little bit, yeah, okay. That's a good thing. But I went down to Civic Center Park. Alright, we got police carrying this guy's belongings out. I think they just booted this guy out. How do you get booted out of a homeless shelter? You know? They literally just carried that bag of stuff out of that guy's and set it there. The man has nowhere else to go and he gets booted out of the homeless shelter. No, it's not the guy with the wheelchair. So now he's gonna camp out in front of this place. How's that for messed up, guys? So he's got a bag full of stuff. He's sitting on the sidewalk in front of the homeless shelter, and appears that he's been kicked out of it. It's like, yeah, maybe he broke some rules. So he has no place else to go, and he's been kicked out of the homeless shelter, from what it appears. Wonder if he'll talk to me. Should go over there and interview him. Yep, happy Easter. I was down there at Civic Center Park, guys. They got netting across every sidewalk leading into the park. They have signs saying that the parks are open, but they have these nettings across them saying they're closed. So it's kind of weird. I'll upload the video. I did a static of it. 5 inches of snow, that's a lot of snow. Yeah, only one way to find out is to go over there and talk to him. So me set the camera down here for a second on the dash. I'll get my mask on. Okay. It is 27 degrees out here, guys. It is cold. I have my warmer weather gear on. I have my trapper hat to keep warm with, because it's cold out. And I have to, it's a little breezy. I have to fix my other jacket. The zipper on my good jacket, my heated jacket, is all screwed up. So I can't zip up the jacket at all. And then that's the one I keep warm with because it's got the hood. So I had to dig up my trapper hat because my baseball cap isn't warm enough. So I'm glad I bought that trapper hat, to tell you the truth, because it is warm. Are the patients stacking up like cordwood? Not that I know of yet. Let's go see if this guy will talk now. Alright, I'm not going to be pointing it at him until I ask him about if I can record or not. Did they boot you out of there? Did they boot you out?
Yeah, I don't know why they do that. Can I buy a couple of cigarettes?
I'll give you a cigarette.
Can I buy two for $1?
I ain't gonna charge you for them. I ain't gonna charge you for them. Here, you can have them.
Take $1.
You can have it.
That way
You'll need it more than me.
You can put it towards your next pack.
I make my own.
Then next time,
I make my own.
give me four for $1. No, really, I need.
I didn't bring that many today, so sorry. I can give you two, but you can keep your $1 and you can use it towards the pack.
Let me have the honor. Let me have the honor.
You need it more than I do. Believe me. Is it alright if I record you?
I love you.
Is it alright?
From another mother. I love you.
Is it alright if I record you?
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't know why they kicked you out?
Well, I left my coat with about let me see, 20, 30, $32 in this coat. And I think I got some. You got a lighter?
Yeah.
My lighters, and when the coats are left there too. I have been located. I was looking for my stuff, and this woman just started fucking tagging me.
A little further.
She's like, "You gotta leave the area."
Are you a snack here?
And I was trying to tell her, I'm just grabbing a couple of things on my, making sure was still there. I told her I had just forgotten myself after I ate. And where's God?
Sir, do you have his permission to videotape him?
I did ask him.
Huh?
I did ask him,
He's got
yes.
my permission.
I asked him before, yes.
And
That's amazing that they want to come out here and say, did you get his permission? Technically, I don't need permission, but...
like 3 minutes before, and she acted like she didn't even hear me explain why I was there, what I was doing.
Yeah?
You know, $30, and I left this, all my winter gear. This coat, my winter coat, right here.
Mm-hmm.
Look, expensive shit.
Yeah?
And when I saw it was still there, I started praising the Lord. I said, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Heavenly God, Daddy God. And then I said to everybody around, thank you, beautiful people, for not stealing my stuff. Thank you. Gracias, gracias, more familia. Thank you, brothers and sisters from different misters. You know, no sooner did I get the money out, you know, she came and kicked me out for praising the Lord on Easter, that the stuff that keeps me alive
Yeah?
was still there.
Right?
That's why I got kicked out.
Yeah?
I'm from one side of the line. You're a girl.
Makes
She
sense
got
to you?
pissed. I'm not
What's
your
that?
babe.
Makes sense to you?
No, it don't make any sense that they would kick somebody out of a homeless shelter that has no place else to go.
Yeah, you know what? The police gave me a ride there. I was asleep on the sidewalk, just fine.
So where were you sleeping at that they brought you here?
I don't know the area.
You don't know where you were at? You don't know where you were at the time when they picked you up and they brought you
I don't know
here?
the area. I was walking all night.
Oh, okay.
And I
Yeah.
just ended up going to
Yeah, they kicked them out
I
for nothing.
I had you know, someone gave me this coat. You know, I didn't even have shoes before this morning. I was walking in slippers
Yeah?
with bandages that were all wet and dirty. My feet were pretty much frozen, and I had amputation. I only have 6 toes. I only have 6 toes, and I have really bad foot wounds on my bottom, which are really
You have to go
in
all the
pain
way
right
around,
now.
unfortunately.
Especially because I was only in there for a little bit, and this right here, my pain medication, it's cigarettes right now, and pretty soon I'm gonna go get some alcohol because the Veterans Affairs is closed on holidays.
Right.
Oh shit! It's probably a 4-day weekend. Probably. Wait. This is Denver.
Mm-hmm.
The emergency room will be open.
Yeah, Denver
I
Health.
can at least get 1 dose of my pain that's
Right. Right. Yeah, Denver Health will be open.
Change.
And the buses are free.
Buses are free. Thank you, Jesus Christ. Thank you, Heavenly Daddy God. I love you.
Is this interview for like TV or something?
Why?
Yo, is this your own personal thing you're doing?
It's for my channel at this point.
What channel is that?
My YouTube channel.
I'm
But I do cover news. Why?
100% service connected Iraq war veteran. I turned 21 in the country of Kuwait. 21 years ago. I'm a bicentennial baby. Do you know what that means?
Mm.
What happened 200 years before 1976?
America
Something
became a
about this
country.
great nation.
Yep.
We founded. I defended it in the Iraqi Freedom War.
Mm-hmm.
21 years ago, I turned 21 in the country of Kuwait. 41 years old. I have 3 beautiful children. Thank you, Heavenly Father, Daddy God. Thank you, Lord Jesus Christ, for 3 beautiful children that I miss so much. I haven't seen him in 5 years or talked to him. My PTSD is so bad, and because of it, it's the only reason I haven't let myself die. It'd be so easy just to stop moving It's just let myself die. But I keep on fighting through the pain, walking on raw open wounds. I slipped down a sinkhole 4 months ago because tweakers started attacking me over $10. And I've had over $20,000 stolen since last Easter.
Yeah.
I got a story for you.
What is it?
I can only get $20 for it when I write it. I've gotten as much as 100. It's called The Rain That Falls. You might be interested in the donation if you like what I say. It's rather wordy, but it's worthy. It's called The Rain That Falls.
The Rain of Falls?
Yes.
Okay, hang on. I'll talk with you here in a bit. So they didn't.
Woman was over $10 that she had someone steal back. Someone stole money from me, so she came. They were working together, so she said, "You want to borrow it?" And then someone stole that, and then then she threatened my life and started choking me. Right? Not that she could do, but the PTSD. Because if I would have, if there was sometimes it takes such patience not to do what I do best. Make high velocity blood splatter. She could have been down the sewer. Nobody would have missed. So, and then after a while, she had 5 guys come from me and her.
Yeah.
And I was so tempted. My favorite move is when I'm reaching for the right clavicle, my elbow goes up to the left, and I swing the guy through his buddies, his cranium, his weapon. I throw him through the mud. It's like an explosion of blood.
Yeah.
And so I don't kill on this side of them. So my PTSD started because I'm scared I'm gonna hurt somebody, and I've been believing for the rest of my life and never see my kids. So I started hiking up the mountain. I hiked 5 mountains up, 5 peaks, and then I slid into a sinkhole. And I scraped and clawed my way out of the tree roots, grass roots, climbed out of the dirt, and I scraped off my shoes, my outer layer pants. All I was wearing was a red, white, and blue Colorado leggings, red vest, and a rainbow coat, no shoes. The socks didn't do much. It took me 5 days to get back down from the 5 mountains.
Yeah.
I slept at night, which it ain't like me, but I would, at the peak of the mountain, I would crawl down there's caves on the top and the bottom of the peaks. I crawled to the upper peak, and then crawled down into the cave so I didn't freeze to death.
Right.
And I drank very little of the stream water because I was in a hurry. I didn't have time to make the vessels to drink with and the boiled water. So I just drank a little bit. 5 days ago, food and water. When I got down
Of course, they take you to
back to
jail
the,
somewhere you don't want to go. Yeah, you can go there.
the civilization in Colorado Springs, the the feet were so wounded. I gangrene set it. They got into the bone. And
Yeah, because I'm on probation.
step on a
I ain't
thorn,
reported, but last time I went down there, they said
heavy
probation
rocks.
officers
I
were closed.
down the parts that were too painful and too steep to walk. I used my coat as a little shield for my butt. I put one fist in the vest and one fist in the coat. One time I hit a pine tree. It actually started going in an asshole, the speaker, and because I had Then have them both in the same pocket, both in the coat. Instead of going impaling right through, it spun me up about 6 feet. Well, probably more because they was, at an angle going down, so around, spinning around, and then slamming down next to it.
They said go back to
Yep.
Crossroads,
Yeah.
and then after that,
But
something
it'd be so easy to let myself quit fighting.
How long have you been homeless now?
5 years.
5 years?
It's been 5 years since I talked to my children.
Yeah. So the VA hospital hasn't helped you much?
I'm like you. I might just go ahead and just so I can sleep in.
They actually do help.
They do help?
I'm not
Tired
doing
of
I'm not
laying
doing
down.
another night out.
Have you been to the one out in Aurora?
Yeah.
If it was warm,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be worried about it.
Nobody would be worried about it.
Go to my porch.
So you have no idea why they kicked you out though today,
And they got the
other than
big
saying,
ass-
praising Jesus that they didn't steal your stuff.
I ain't never seen nothing like it.
You ready, big guy?
She probably on
Guilty
drugs.
is worthy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can I get my lighter back by chance?
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
the only lighter I got. I'll have to bring some lighters next time I'm down though. I can hand some out.
Hey,
So
let me tell you what. Last night they kicked me out. The Crossroads kicked me out,
yeah.
and I had to stay out on the streets. I walked around all downtown, looking for a place to stay. So I went to 7-Elevens, two or three 7-Elevens,
Right.
and I warmed up for 10 minutes, and then they said you gotta go.
Right.
You gotta go.
Right.
I went to the hospital, Denver Health.
Right.
Went into the emergency room part, and I said, "Sir, can I come in here?" I said, "I'm freezing. I've been kicked out of 2 shelters because they're full." And he said, "You can't come in here. You can't stay. You can't stay here."
Wow.
So I walked around. I'm looking for cars, anything that I can break into, just to
Just to find someplace
from the
warm.
wind
Right.
and the
Yeah,
snow.
that wind was really bad last
Yeah,
night.
that's why I got this. My shit's frostburn. This is crazy. I never seen nothing like it in my life.
Yeah.
How can you?
I got caught in Colorado Springs. I broke into a brand new house, but I don't know how they're gonna charge me. They said I broke in from the inside. They said both those openings were open from the inside. I broke in from the inside. I come up from the ground. I was born there. And what I did is I ripped the screen door clean off, like dissected it. Ripped the screen door off on the front.
It's like we almost got to do something to go to jail. I mean, I'd rather go to jail.
But they're not going to put you in jail. They wanted everybody out of the jail, but they loaded everybody into this place, into the other place.
Yeah.
They're getting the Coliseum across the street ready as a women's shelter at this point. But just as a women's shelter. That's because, well, they got women and men in here right now.
Right.
And they're trying to get the women over there, but it's going to be like a couple of weeks out or something like that. I don't know why it would take a couple of weeks. They just need to set up beds like they did here.
Right.
You ready,
So-
boss?
Sure.
Okay, this might be worth $5 if you like what I say, because I generally make a living doing this. It goes like this. The rain that falls. The first thing you notice when you're homeless is how long the nights are. It's hard to realize that a night can be so long, but in time you get used to it. You don't really sleep at first, especially in the beginning, because you wake up every 15 minutes, worried someone will come upon you. Your imagination runs wild with what terrible things would happen if you fell asleep and let that happen. The world at night when you're alone without shelter is something like the Twilight Zone. Another dimension, another planet, where the normal laws of time and space don't apply. When the sun comes up, you are so happy knowing that soon people will be out and you will be back again in the world on terra firma. Although you're tired and you're worried about how fast night comes again. When you're on the streets, one day is no different from the next day. Wednesdays are the same as Saturdays. Events of yesterday blur often out of sequence with the next day. One week runs into another week. Without structure, things can become confusing. Soon you see store shops closing down, cars becoming fewer and fewer, lights diminishing on residential blocks, You endlessly watch working mothers and fathers arriving home to their families, and you stand outside talking to them inside your head saying, don't go inside, not yet, please stay out a little longer. As the workaday world goes silent, you may notice that your hearing changes and other sounds become more pronounced, like the sound of a car engine sputtering, tires squirreling around a turn, distant, faraway sounds like a train engine passing by, police, gunshots, ambulance sirens. Perhaps you may notice that your sense of smell becomes more acute and other smells become more distinct. You may notice that broken glass has its own smell, like the various smells of wine bottles, night train, Thunderbird, Boone's Farm, mixed along with the other varieties of liquor and beer are distinct too. These smells compete with the smells of rats, wet plaster, rotting wood, the smell of a hollow place, and you can hardly avoid the reoccurring smell of human feces and urine. Nighttime can be far more brutal than sleeping in abandoned store door fronts, alleyways, and park benches. It is a criminal business world where hardened humans prey upon the weaknesses and misfortunes of others. A world of hustlers, pimps, prostitutes, junkies, and murderers. A soulless world where parents loan their children to deviants for drugs or whatever else satisfies their empty hearts. This is a world that you may not want to know exists. Oh, but it exists. It exists everywhere and it's probably always existed. This world is full of men and women, many of them young, who lost their way a long time ago. If you're a girl, God have mercy on you. If you're a boy, God have mercy on you too. Depending on what kind of boy you are, you might survive. But if you're a girl, probably not. This world is always on the lookout for new recruits. Usually, you cross the threshold unaware, and you're there, already a part of it all, with a well-worn training program that dictates what you're gonna do, where you're gonna do it, when you're gonna do it, and what will happen if you do not do it. So you do it if you don't want to be lonely, and you want to eat, and you want to avoid the seemingly endless nights and the sounds and the smells they bring. It does not matter what you look like, black, white, tall, fat, Chinese. If you're young and homeless, you're
Hey,
drafted.
brother, you gotta get this on the record.
What?
Wonderful woman helping me back in.
Just helping you back in?
Yes.
It's good to hear.
Homelessness is preferable than to be sucked into the machinery of the night. Carefree, self-preoccupied people walk by you, perhaps sidestepping the spot where you stand in order not to see you, or driving obliviously by you. Depending on your state of mind, if you're like myself, perhaps you prefer being invisible as I did. In my humble opinion, I think that everyone should experience being homeless and going without. You get a different perspective and appreciation for everything. You come to realize that you could be living in a house and still be homeless, as I was in the prisons and institutions where I was forced to live in. If you have never been on the streets, perhaps you may not notice its inhabitants. But once you have been there yourself, no matter how your own personal circumstances improve, you will always retain your otherworldly eyes, and your extraterrestrial vision will always see the inhabitants that lay in the shadows just beyond the gates. And you understand just how easy it is to be pushed back out there. It's called the rain that falls. It wasn't my best delivery. There's a lot of confusion going on around me. See now, was that worth a buck or two if you can afford? That's what I generally do.
Sure.
For the playback. I get $20 for when I actually write it though. Plus I do some Prince artwork. Plus I need to be try to exercise a bloody best you can do. Oh, awesome.
Please, sir. Is there any way I can? Is there any way I can get a couple bucks or anything?
Yeah, I can get something here. See what I got here.
Give me something to eat too.
Well, they're feeding you in here.
They won't feed it. They told us we can't go in there.
So, so I write that down. Then I'm like, I was reading something the other day that said, I think the late Benjamin Franklin built solid foundation behind the word perhaps every man plays a fool for at least 5 moments a day. The trick is not to exceed the limit. Of course, Benjamin Franklin's mouthpiece got him put down, because you look at people that stand out for the better or the greater the whole, when things happen to people. Like my dad told me one time, son, he said, 2 things this world does hate. It's someone that can think and someone that tells the truth. You look at people like Martin Luther King, Kennedy's, Abraham Lincoln's, right? Malcolm X, Jesus himself, charismatic speakers speaking out, right? Like the power of life and death in the tongue. So I've always had a spiritually trained conscience, which I've been ignoring, but I see evil coming on this earth, because it's like it talks about pestilence. See, the world thinks that there's no God, right? But there is a God, and he's an angry God too. See, God is good. Yeah, but apparently God can be bad too, if you look at his record, right? So one day, hey, I was reading a book, P. Feelsgood, and Dr. P. Feelsgood, book of Revelation, man, kind of scares the kid more off your jaws. It's something wrong. See, even the angels are in reverence of God. Even they have a certain amount of fear of him. So since God spoke the universe into existence in all creation, God has not yet stood up. Whereas the saying says, it says, be still. So there's going to be a stillness that's going to come across the whole universe. So it's going to get so quiet out here for 30 minutes, even the devil going to be quite quiet. That's when that thunder and that lightning going to kick off. And you're going to know what it's all about then. I tell you what, I don't think I want to be in the alley taking a crack hit when that happens. So what's your name, brother?
I go by Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider. I like that name right there. Yeah.
You notice that they took them back in. The power of the camera, the power of the media, seeing them kicking them out, and then them coming out asking if I had permission to film him, and interviewing him. It's this lady right here that's standing at the door behind you, looking at me with my camera, that they allowed him back in. But they should be allowing this man in too.
See, I wouldn't mind living in a teepee or something. I want to get rugged, right? Sometimes I've told this lady, I said, man, I'm about to live in a cave with a pack of wolves and a rocket launcher, by the way this world's getting, right? Because I'm always thinking about water. Where there's no water, there can be no life, right? How can you survive, right? Just like, I got these hardcore ideals, right? But,
Can I say something? The money that you just gave us, what are we supposed to do with it? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to the liquor store to get vodka, so I can numb the elements. That's why we do drugs. That's why we do alcohol to numb it.
I know.
Man, you can't.
I know. You have to cope with it.
You have to cope with it. There's no other way to cope. I've been to 2 shelters. The day shelters close at a certain time, and they kick you out. This
place is supposed to stay open 24 hours a day.
Exactly.
So
and they send you to this place and they send you to that place. We're gonna go to the Crossroads. Crossroads is probably gonna be full. So what do? Then you say, don't steal. Then you say, be a good person. But when a person is desperate, he wants to survive.
Yeah.
What's the next
person
step?
does what they need to do to survive.
Well, like my
That's
dad
how it
told
is.
me one time, he said, son, when he was in Vietnam, he said, son, sometimes you have to be a liar and a thief to survive, right? Then my dad said, son, perhaps there'd be nothing wrong with being a thief from time to time, but perhaps to be plain wrong, you shouldn't want to be caught. And he was telling me a story, showed me a picture of my grandfather, had a lot of Native American in him. In fact, we got our first car through Native American bootleggers, a brand new Volkswagen, right? And my dad was Army, he passed away, God bless him, he was 84 years old. He was tired of living anyhow. Man was just in pain, suffering, just terrible. But my dad showed me a picture of my grandfather. He was holding hands with a very dark-skinned black man, my grandma, who I met. Very well dressed, right? He looked like a gangster for real, right? One time I asked my dad, I said, did grandfather ever go to jail? He said, we didn't go to jail. He didn't have time to go to jail, he was too busy busting his back, working and staying his knees on church, right? Anyways, my dad told me a Coca-Cola truck broke down in the neighborhood, and everybody started grabbing cases of Coca-Cola and taking off, right? So my dad said, my grandfather said, boy, pick up that Coca-Cola case and let's go. My dad said, he looked him up at my grandfather and said, but Dad, you told us it was wrong to steal. He said, hush up and pick up that case of Coca-Cola. Now what the heck is a case of Coca-Cola? A real gangster might have took that whole truck, right? My grandfather then killed men in World War I, right? So, you know, God can forgive all things. Homosexuals, child molesters, murderers. Well, he ain't forgiving the devil. The devil ain't got nothing coming, right? But you can still reap what you sow, you know? And like this man said, hey, our God is a rough God. Like a lot of things I go through, I've brought on myself. Good, bad things happen to good people and bad people, right? No, ain't no guarantee, right? But no matter how bad it gets, I still have to bless God no matter what. You know, I can't just, like I said, a lot of the problems I have, about 80% of my problems I've caused myself. I had a good upbringing, like my mom told me. She said, listen, I'll raise you right. I said, yes, ma'am, most certainly did. And before my dad died, I wrote him a comforter. I said, Father, other than God Almighty himself, you're the most responsible being I did. Because my dad was a real man. That's all. There was no boy, and I'm still a kid, right? My dad had to be a man at 15 years of age. All my dad tried to do is help me be a man, right? My dad and mom, I don't have one bad word to say about my dad and mom. You know, it might not be perfect today and then, of course. So most of my problems, you know, I know what life is all about, right? And then a lot of the drug and the boozing I'm doing is messing up my mind. Just gotta stop doing what I'm doing, right? You know, and then there's a certain like expectation of fear, right? Or when you know what you should do and you don't do it. You know, like sometimes you just want to take your conscience and kick it across the street, right? But without your conscience, you be an animal, right? It's gotta be like, hey, that's right, that's wrong. You know, I've been arrested numerous times. Most of them parked themselves for alcohol tickets, right? I'm on probation now. We're pulling a play gun on them. Made her think it was real too, right? You know, I had to write the DA.
Inhumanity creates animals.
Yes, it does. I had to write the DA. Oh, Miss Becky, man, God bless her. In fact, I was even flirting. I wrote her about 8 times, right? Then I even wrote her some humor, right? Because I'm trying to show her, you know, what kind of mentality you have. Where you draw the line here? Where are you not taking things seriously at, right? Like I said, my dad said when he was in Vietnam, sometimes he had to be, he said you either had a choice of laughing or crying about what was going on. He chose laughing, right? So coming from a medical background now like that, I got a deep sense of humor, right? And it always appreciated by people, right?
Yeah.
Like one time I was reading something in Rocky Mountain News, right? It was about a depiction of 2 cowboys and a bar saloon keeper, right? Now, it's just called, I think, Front Range, right? Now, this one cowboy comes riding into town, silly as the horse. The whole thing was just silly, right? Now, like he's been fighting the Comanches and Apaches, right? So he comes in and he tells the other cowboy, I was ignored. I was talked about behind my back. I was given the silent treatment. And I barely survived. The other cowboy said, you dang fool, what did I tell you about riding through passive aggressive territory? And the barstool keep looking out the window like, well, hell, if he ain't taking heed to it, I'm taking heed to it. And on this Indian note, when I wrote the DA, right, I drew a picture of a tiger, very attractive woman, right? I said, dear Miss McMahon, you are so beautiful. From the bottom caption I put, a tiger too is beautiful, but doubt that you would want to meet up with one in the wild and come face to face with the reality of his liquid breath and the soulless objectivity of his eyes. And I melted to it. Like that one time when that tiger attacked that man in Las Vegas, right? Signaling Freud or something, right? Guess Tiger was having a bad day. He really didn't try to kill him, just mauled him. Tiger just roughed him up. That tiger didn't get really rough with him. That'd been a rat, right?
Yep.
But you got a big old 600, 800-pound cat jumping on you. Anyways, the audience started screaming, oh my God, the tiger's going crazy. This one comedian, Chris Rock, said, folks, the tiger didn't go crazy. That tiger went tiger. You know, it's in the know for sure. One time my boy Prince, late artist known as Prince, he was in a limousine, right? Trying to go to after hours party, right? And apparently the limousine driver didn't know how to take him to the party. So I guess Prince got a little disgruntled and was like, moi? Do you mean to tell me that you're driving me around and you don't know where you're going? So Prince fired him. The limousine driver said, but Prince, I didn't know. Prince said, hey, you should have known. All right, brother, did you want to walk there? Or you trying to get up in here?
You guys going over to the liquor store?
I'll try to.
Yeah. I think the nearest one's over on Washington.
Okay.
If you go underneath the underpass here,
Yeah, well, I want to
and you end up over there.
I'm trying to tape this jacket up because it won't zip it.
Ah,
What you need, some tape?
Yeah, tape it all the way around me.
I had that problem with my jacket. I had to put this one on today because my warm jacket
Oh, yeah.
zipper is broken on it.
Like
So
my grandfather, he stayed in his work clothes, right? He was illiterate. He couldn't read or write, right? But he was a mechanic, though, right?
yeah,
So the cars were simpler back then, but still, he's more man than me. And these big old muscular forearms, right? He didn't like eat sugar at all, right? But sometimes you put some cream and sugar in his coffee, because coffee can get kind of rough. I don't want no cream and sugar in my coffee. Oh, I'm doing it now. Okay, coffee, right? You know, my grandfather, my mom never said one good word about him, right? But, you know, I met my grandfather. He's old disciplinarian. He'd be like, he'd get drunk, he'd drink that old crow and get mean, right? Now, my dad was a drunk. He wasn't drunk every day, but my dad was a nice drunk. When he got drunk, he started giving all his money away, right? I never got whipped or beaten when my dad was drunk to catch him sober, right? When he was drunk, you know, hey, my dad passed out and leave you alone, right? But catch him sober, and you done did something. That'd be your ass. You're gonna wish you was drinking then. But like one time my grandfather, he'd be wanting to say, I know what's wrong with this world. What's wrong with this world? These kids don't get no whippings. That's what's wrong with it, right? Back in those days, they had no time for no doctor field discussion. What's wrong with your son? Give him one of those. That'll work out and put him on time with the bluff, right? They had time for no medication for you, right? Then one time he was living in an abandoned building, right? With his other brothers, he was like, people saying, them niggas look crazy, the building's gonna fall down on them. What's wrong with them? My grandfather would be like, ain't nothing wrong with this building. This building got plenty of good left in. These folks is trying to scare us out here so they can build. They want to build a project for little or nothing. So I ain't moving out here till I get my money for it. We got his money for it though. And when he passed away, everybody went to the funeral, right? And I'm sure the good Lord took him to heaven too, like you say. God has a big heart. He can forgive who he wants to forgive. Who knows, he might even forgive the devil. I doubt it though. The devil's been around a long while. Like one time dude was trying to woo me on some false drugs, right? Hey man, I'm a 56-year-old VA veteran. I don't play. Yeah, right. How old do you think the devil is? 18 years old? And he's been around for a millennium or so. Old men are the best storytellers. They ain't got that gray hair on their head for now. Who's been around longer? Somebody 18 years old or somebody 8 years old? Old people ain't stupid. I respect my elders, okay? All right, what you say your name was, brother?
what's that?
What was your name?
Ghost Rider.
Oh yeah, Ghost Rider. Let me get a body. I didn't mean to talk your head off. But yeah, I'm gonna try to make it down here. Crossroads, like he just take off and leave.
The what now?
Yeah, he's going down there. Let me get out here and get the step, you know, I'm a powerful walker. Oh yeah, it's cold. I'll probably keep that for the rest of my life. One
That's
time I took a,
the name of my YouTube channel that you're on right now.
I remember I took a Ghost Rider thing. It was an extra muscular Ghost Rider, right? And he went to college, he was a boxer, he was ripping off everybody. So it showed this big old Ghost Rider with a chain twirling, right? Head on fire, right? So when I took a picture, I put it on his wall. He said, hey man, get that demon out, he take on my wall, right? Because I thought he was so hard, right? I put that thing out there, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of like, I kind of have a tendency to dwell on the dark side, right? Because you know, well, life is dark, right? Sometimes you gotta watch it. It's too late now. I got a dark mind, right? Like I said, things I fear are the things that can really happen. Like one time a dude comes running across the street and said, hey dude, yeah, you want to trip? I said, trip on what? So I got some psychedelic mushrooms. I said, nah man, I'm already tripping. I'm good. I got 2 warrants on you, right? Then another dude was like, hey man, you want to try this? I said, try what? I don't know what it is, but I took this drug, man. I didn't know what I was doing. You didn't know what you was doing. I don't think I want to take anything that's going to make me not know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Besides, I'm trying to walk across Colfax. I want to know what I'm doing. Hey,
Yeah.
God bless you, brother.
All right, have a good one. Stay warm.
Tell me you didn't get your money's worth.
Huh?
You got your money's worth.
All right, guys, the medical's still here. They haven't done anything. So let's go find out how many beds are still open. I mean, they said that the one guy said he couldn't get in here. So it's definitely coming down some snow now. how many people think that me being out here got that guy back in here just by interviewing him, the other guy. Please come through the door. Go ahead. Look, a hand washing station. I can wash my hands if I want. No paper towels to wipe your hands, though. Your hands will freeze in the water. Oh, there's paper towels on this one. Okay. We find out from these guys. A little bit warmer in this tent. So everybody's inside for the medical staff. They're all inside. There ain't nobody out here in the tents. Definitely coming down pretty good. I'm gonna get in my Jeep and warm up a little bit. These guys out here, man, they're not even dressed as warm as me, probably. But you get used to it, kind of, sorta. Being out in it, you can't do nothing about it either. They shouldn't be turning anybody away in here at all. Put them in the day room. Put them, you know, somewhere. Put them on the floor. Get them warm. Get them some food. Get some stringer footage. I don't know about that. Alright, we'll sit in here for a little bit. I'm hoping Steve's around, because I still want to see some footage for the inside. Alright, let's get this. Alright, I'm going to set you up on the dash here for a little bit here. My hands were starting to freeze. I don't know how them guys, well, I'm sure they're more used to it than I am. Snow completed. No. But I was hoping Steve would be around, our inside man, that I can see some video on the inside of there. So it's nice when you can get them to talk to you. You know, some of them don't want to talk because, you know, they want their privacy, and then some do want to talk. And, you know, they straight out said what they're going to do with the money. They're going to go get some alcohol or some drugs or something. Yeah, Dave, I did my snow footage last night. It said it was guaranteed to be downloaded. Guess what? It wasn't. My footage from last night, my snow footage did not sell, even though it said it was guaranteed. How was the drive-by confession? It's interesting. It was definitely interesting. The people there running it were very polite. They offered me water, and they didn't try kicking me off the property. They thought it was cool that it made the news. I explained to them that I wanted to set up away from everybody, that I couldn't get license plates or faces, but I just wanted to get the activity. And they were cool with that, so everything went cool. Yeah, they were nice. They would have shocked Furry, right? So we got people walking in through their tent now. There's nobody in the tent taking the temperatures. They're doing it inside because it's cold outside. So I'm waiting to see if the police bring like another homeless person here to drop them off, to put them into a bed, and then like the other guy that they turned away, it says he's turned away, you know, what can they say to that guy at that point when they're bringing more people to stay in this shelter? But they should not be turning away anybody at this point in this cold weather. I mean, it is getting bitter cold out here, and it's going to be snowing all day. They should be taking them in there, feeding them, Even if they don't have a bed for them, they should be taking them in there during the day here and feeding them at least. Letting them get warm. Let me see what the current temperature is here. My car says it's 27 degrees. Yeah, it's 27 degrees here. So, just confirmed it with my phone that it's only 27 degrees. It's snowing. And it's going to be snowing most of the day. So those guys are going to head over there to the liquor store and get some alcohol and drink a bunch of alcohol and try to stay warm. It doesn't really help them any, but you know, that's the way it is. So I'm hoping. Oh, look at this. This lady got gold in her hands. Look at that, guys. That looks like toilet paper. That's what that looks like. Oh, let me get you on the front where the thing is white at least. That looks like toilet paper. Either that or paper towels, but I think it's toilet paper. She'll get mobbed in there with that, right? I think she works there. They're saying they don't have room. They're saying that they don't have room. Some juice keeps them loose. Yeah. I knew the one guy was a performer of, basically, of the street, you could say. And he had to put on his patch and, you know, get his talking voice going, tell a story so that he can make some money, so that he can get some alcohol or some drugs or something. And I had, you know, I'll listen to his story. It was actually a pretty decent one he told. It's a better one when it comes from the heart, though. You know, not I mean, not a general story like you would put in a book, but a story that you would tell a person, you know, like, you know, how you've been through life and how you experience those things rather than a generalization thing. They have room in there, guys. They have room in there for lots of people. There's people gone for the day right now. They should have been letting them in there. They might not have assigned them a bed, but they should have let them in there and said, here's some food, get warmed up. Story from your grandparents? Yeah. Yep, here comes the lady coming out. She's she's got to work there. She has to be somebody working there. So she brought toilet paper. Well, all right, snow's up at the time. Oh, hang on. Let me unzoom. There we go. All right. Does the turning away mean there are too many homeless in Denver? Yeah, you can still go downtown and find hundreds and hundreds of homeless people down there. There's still homeless people everywhere. I mean, this is just a drop in the bucket, guys. Oh, she went to her car to get some more stuff to take in. Housing is insane in Denver. Yeah, it is. It definitely is. You can tell the people that work here are all wearing masks. The people that are staying here aren't wearing masks. So there's her second load of stuff. She should have just parked right there in the front at the where the ambulance is to bring her stuff in. Oh, it's a pillow. She brought a pillow. Maybe she doesn't work here. She brought a pillow. I think she's just a citizen. Brought toilet paper and one pillow. So I guess she does not work here. Are they wearing Brian's masks? I haven't seen anybody wearing them. But that interview with that one guy, and the lady that worked in there came out to ask if I had permission to film him. Now that was kind of funny because, you know, we all know that we're out in public. I haven't seen any of your masks down here, Brian. Not yet, anyway. But that doesn't mean that they're not wearing them. You know, the people at the door weren't wearing them, though. But the lady asking me that, if who I was with, if I had his permission and stuff like that, I think that changed their minds on letting him back in. You know, after kicking him out like that. I mean, he didn't seem like he was drunk. So, you know, the reason for kicking him out would have had to been for doing some kind of a crime. And I don't think he did any kind of a crime either. I mean, he was thankful that his stuff didn't get stolen and his money was in his stuff. So he had 32 bucks to his name. And he's wanting to give me $1 for some cigarettes. And I'm like, you know, you can have some cigarettes. I didn't bring very many down here though, unfortunately. So when I run out, I have to go home. So I don't buy them. I make my own. But I still want to see the footage inside. So I was hoping Steve would be around to come out and show it to me, but I don't think he is right now. So I'll have to check back again at some other point if he sees a notification for it. You know how the notifications have not been working out lately without the YouTube staff. Another patrol car came up. So I'm curious to see if they're bringing somebody new to the shelter or not. The plus side of this is District 2, guys. This isn't District 6 dealing with them, it's District 2. And from what I've seen, District 2 is a lot better than District 6 for dealing with them, you know, dealing with people. They're a lot more friendly, a lot more tolerative, you could say, of everything. It's because they're not downtown. So that's a plus for who's got to deal with them up here. So as I missed the units leaving, two of the units had left from earlier, two of the marked units, and then of course there's this one here that just pulled up, unmarked unit. But I don't know if they were here to deal with yeah, Caterpillar. That's a fact. District 9. Yeah, District 9. So, yeah, the Google staff is all away. It took them over 12 hours for my video from last night with Eric's phone calls to be put up. And I was watching a stream at the house, and it said it was streamed 48 minutes ago, and this was just to a fresh page that I had went to watch a video, and I noticed my own video. It said streamed 48 minutes ago. I'm like, okay, at least it's up. At least the video is up now. So it's going to be snowing on and off like this all day long. And well, I want to see if anybody's going to be brought into this place by the police. So but I'm dressed a little bit better than I normally am because I got my leather jacket on. The zipper on my other hooded jacket, my heated jacket, is busted, and I can't zip it up. Yeah, need to start making phone calls, finding out. Oh shoot, look who's coming. HSS. Really? HSS security. Don't tell me they're going to be handling this. The National Guard's supposed to be here, guys. I'm just chilling here. I was hoping that Steve was here, our inside man. that he'd catch the stream and come out. So I hope they don't have HSS working security inside of there, man. That's, yeah. Those are the guys that jumped me at Denver Health, HSS, to push me off the property, the public property, because they said it's private property. And we already know what the deal is there. You're breaking the law by recording. They're saying I'd be breaking HIPAA laws. HSS stands for Hospital Shared Security, and they went to HSS because they do a lot more than hospitals now. They're security guards. I used to work for that company over 20 years back, probably closer to 30 years, probably 30 years. But I worked in the hospitals back then. So, but yeah, if they got them coming here instead of the National Guard, yeah, don't break my HIPAA. Actually, it's spelled HIPAA, HIPAA. There's not two P's. So, oh, here's somebody that works here. So they got a tag. So, yeah, they're saying by me recording outside of the hospital that I was breaking the law by HIPAA laws, which everybody knows that I can't break the HIPAA law because I don't have any information on any medical condition of anybody in there. So if I heard any medical information on them, they just broke the HIPAA law. So if I recorded them saying that, that's evidence that they broke the law and they would be fined. That's why they don't want cameras there, guys. That's the reason why they don't want cameras. Because if you happen to accidentally catch any medical information on your camera, they're liable for it. They get fined. They get fined big time. So that's why they do not want cameras. So I'll have to do another story on that, a real story on it. You know? See if it gets picked up by news or anything. So we got people walking in. Of course, I don't know who's already has a bed here, who doesn't, and everything. But that's interesting, though, that this HSS guy is standing out here in front of this place now. Like he owns the place. You know? Because I don't think he was hired by National Western Complex to do this. Be a good bet that my camera had a lot to do with it for him being here now. What do you guys think? Yeah, exactly. Don't ask me. Exactly. So if it's recorded, they can't deny it. So that's what it comes down to. But you can bet that this guy showed up here because I'm down here. Gatherings don't apply down here, guys. There's 700 people in this building right now. Yeah. There's 700 people in that building. If this was a church, they'd be raiding it and arresting people. You know? 700 people in here, in that building. We're outside of the National Western Complex again, where they put the homeless. But if this was a church, they'd be shutting it down. But it's because it's homeless, it's okay. And there is no social distancing going on in there. We heard from Steve yesterday when they had dinner. People are just in line like normal. There is no 6 foot distancing. And we saw them over there at the smoking side on the south side that there is no social distancing there. There is no social distancing when they sleep. When they stand up, you're within 6 feet of the next person or multiple persons. Let's put it that way. Multiple people. Yeah, exactly. So they stuffed as many beds as they could into this building to take all the homeless off the streets. Now they're kicking people out, turning people away. Of course, they took the one guy back, and I think that 100% had to do with my camera being there interviewing him, because they poked their nose out and wanted to know who I was. And I 100% believe that my camera being present is the reason why they took him back in. Give me a 1 if you guys agree with that. I know there's a delay before you hear it. Well. Alright, well, give me a 2 if you believe that just out of the kindness of their own heart that they did that, and it had nothing to do with the camera. So being here with the camera today is a good thing. I don't see any 2s. Oh, we got one that's saying 2s. Probably just because they don't like agreeing with everybody else, going against the grain. What do you think it is, Duke? You think they took them back in the kindness of their own heart? It wasn't the camera, it's what he was saying to you on camera. They couldn't hear what he was saying to me on camera, guys. They were inside the building with the door closed for most of that. But I had the camera on him interviewing him. And of course they came out, do you have this permission to record him? And I'm like, yes, I do have permission. It's the first thing I asked. And I think that's about when they got worried. Because people are giving permission to be on camera. And I'm doing interviews out here. So, what's going on now? We're just hanging out, seeing how many people are coming in and out, and doing interviews every now and then. So we gotten 3 interviews on from people. But I 100% believe that the camera made every bit of difference that they took him back in. The man didn't seem drunk. I mean, he didn't seem 100% stable either, but the man's been living on the street for 5 years, he said. So that does something to a person. And you can bet that not everybody's going to be sober and, you know, drug-free down here. You will find people that are sober, that don't drink, that don't do drugs, and they are homeless. But you'll also find that people have turned to drugs and drinking to deal with this, you know, deal with being homeless. So there's multiple reasons of, you know, aspects of being homeless. Of what, Heart? Yeah, that's a fact, Caterpillar. Yeah, when the cops brought his stuff out and dropped it on the sidewalk, when the cops did that, and the cops only do that if the staff tells them to do that to them, and then the staff changed their mind. Yeah, drugs, pain relief, numb your mind, get to the next day, survive another day. Coping mechanisms, yes. So those guys I gave some money to, they walked down to the liquor store. Matter of fact, I looked where the nearest liquor store was, and that's the nearest one that I could find, was over on Washington Street. There is a medical marijuana place right behind us here, right out here on Brighton. So there's actually a medical marijuana place closer to us than a liquor store. I don't know if it's medical. They might sell recreational as well. I did capture yesterday, as I was leaving here, there was 3 units over at the marijuana place with 2 people on the ground sitting there that they had stopped. So one they kicked loose, and the other one they took away in the detox wagon. They had a hold of him like, you're not going anywhere, buddy. You know, they had a grip on each wrist as they escorted him to this to their paddy wagon, you know, their detox wagon. And the guy was walking just fine. He didn't seem like he was drunk at all. So I don't know what the deal is. I think I'll have to do a little bit of editing on the video. His ass was kind of hanging out as he turned around. His ass was hanging out of his pants and he had no underwear on. So I got a little bit of crack on there. So, you know, I got to say no to crack for YouTube. So I'll probably have to blur that little section there, unfortunately. I also seen a few breasts hanging out over here yesterday, which I didn't record, by the way. It's a good thing I wasn't live at the time, because YouTube would be having all kinds of fits. So, it's just one of them things that homeless, you know, nudity isn't as much of a thing with them. I mean, they got to piss on trees and wherever they can sometimes. So, it's part of being homeless. So, this guy's here on the left is looking at me, wondering what I'm doing. He's about to come into view on the screen. That guy right there. Oh, the medical team's finally coming out. Holy smokes. Look at this, guys. I got this guy in oxygen. Looks like. Or is that just a mask? Oh, I don't see an oxygen tank. I think it's just a mask. I'm not positive though. Don't worry about it, Brian. You're here to get the story out, Brian. That's what you're here for. You know? I don't know what he's got. You're here to get the story out, Brian. I know what you're doing. Don't worry about it. I've been here for over an hour, guys. Hour and almost 15 minutes. And that ambulance has been here the whole time. And they're just now coming out with this guy. Lots of people returning, by the way. I just missed someone that went into the tent, but there's lots of people returning. The police agency, District 2 of Denver Police is who is handling this. And there's the guys that kicked out the other guy from earlier. So that guy's gonna go to the hospital apparently. And the line to go in, they're all getting their temperatures taken again as they go in. Still more people coming back in. Yeah, Denver Police Department, District 2. I might see other districts here, like District 6, if they're bringing more people. So ain't no social distancing going in. 0. They're supposed to be maintaining their social distancing according to the interview they did on Channel 7. So, here goes, I don't know what vehicle that one was. But the one truck's gone now. We just got 2 Denver PD vehicles here. One of them's leaving. And we got another Denver PD right down there too. They're going to be here 24 hours a day. Denver PD is. Denver PD isn't running this though. So, Denver PD is not the ones running this. It should be the National Guard that's should be in there handling this. You can see the cooties flying through the air. So, yeah. But Denver PD is going to be here 24 hours a day, I'm sure. An hour and 17 minutes before this ambulance pulls off, and I don't even know how long it was here before I got here. Now they're bringing in HSS security. That's screwed up, man. Yeah, it's snowing out here. So they're gonna be not good for having HSS in there. They'd be better off with the National Guard in there than they would with HSS. They had to have signed a contract real quick with them for them to be here. What's this? Another bed? Or his belongings? Or somebody else's belongings? Alright, you got to bring in a shopping cart. Yeah, it's Colorado. If you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes and it changes. So it's gonna be snowing here for today and tomorrow. Then it's gonna warm back up. So that's that guy's belongings there. That guy's fortunate enough to have a bike. But yeah, HSS shouldn't even be here at this point, really. This was approved by the governor, and the National Guard is supposed to be here to handle this. And then look what we got here instead. We got HSS and Denver police. So I don't know who the staff is that's handling it in there. I'll bet you that guy over there, if I went back over to that sidewalk, he'd probably tell me that I'm on private property. Any bets, guys? Any bets? Oh, they brought in this too, the lighting. It's already lit up out here pretty well, because I was out here the other night. This whole parking lot's lit up with lamps and everything, and there's lighting on the building. You can see up there. There's lighting. It's a well-lit area, and they're bringing in additional lighting. So these ladies probably work here. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. So I don't know why they haven't opened up the Coliseum across the street for the women. They're supposed to put in 200 beds over there for the women, and they haven't done that yet. Oh, I know why everybody's coming back in, guys. It's dinner time. It's getting to be dinner time. This is about the time we met Steve. About this time. So they're all going to go in and get fed. So that's why everybody's coming back in. Yep, Frank, that's true. Snow is normal in April, so it's the sunshine and 70 degrees. Yeah, it was like 70 degrees yesterday. Today, it's 27 degrees. Tomorrow, it'll probably be around 30 degrees, and the day after, it'll probably be 70 degrees again. Actually, not that warm. It'll be at least 50, let's put it that way. And then it'll warm back up again. So, are you gonna go talk to the security guy? I'm gonna bet though, if I go back over there with my camera, he's gonna tell me I can't be there. Especially if I go up to their door with it. Lots of rain. Yeah, it's springtime. Springtime here in the Rockies is snow, rain. You know, it varies. I mean, we're at a higher altitude here. It's the Mile High City, so we get snow more often in the spring than you think. But I don't know if there's going to be anybody brought here. This is probably not a good time for them to be brought here. That's not a COVID tent. Yeah, the blue tent is supposed to be the one down there, wasn't it? That they were sending the other people to, that blue tent. Except I haven't seen anybody over there. That one cop car sitting there. So they got 3 police units here, and now they have security. I wonder who approved this contract with the HSS. You know, the governor approved the National Guard to do this, and all of a sudden it ain't the National Guard. So what the deal is, I don't know. This is public parking where I'm parked at, by the way. That guy is going to be freezing out here in this weather without a jacket on. The security guard. I won't feel bad for him at all, guys. I won't. Oh, we got more police going in. That was the guy there. I wonder if he just brought that guy right there in. No, he couldn't have. He would have brought him in straight in. But I have to be down here closer to 8 o'clock to see if they're bringing more people in, you know, to get them off the streets. And then the one guy saying that, you know, they won't let him in. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait for our inside man to inform us about this. Get some videos from the inside. I'll just have to keep coming down here till he comes out and brings us videos to watch, or I figure out where his channel is and if he's got them posted up there, and then I can share them, which probably is better if I can. I wasn't able to view my own stream from yesterday, you know, when I got home last night, and this morning when I woke up it still wasn't up. And then it finally did come up, but I didn't have the time. I need to find his name and then search for him on YouTube and see if he's been posting them on his. He's been posting them up on his. We'll be able to see things, because everybody wants to know what's going on inside these places. And I mean everybody. Can I go in and say I'm homeless? I mean, I can say it. That doesn't mean they're going to believe it. I'm too well dressed to be saying that I'm homeless, guys. I mean, I got you know, leather jacket on, a nice hat on, and whatnot. I knew he was going to go down there. And he's in a hurry to go nowhere. He's going to park on the sidewalk, guys. He's parked on the sidewalk. Yeah. Hey, they might not let me back out. Yeah, that's a fact. That is a fact. They've been letting them out so far. They've been able to go in and out. So they haven't welded the doors shut yet. Look at this guy. Looks like he's got a Tyvek suit on. One guy stealing tape that was on the doors just so he could tape his jacket closed. Let Brian film me. We'll bring Brian in as our homeless undercover, right? Hotel California, not the Bates. Bates, they kill you. Well, I guess it'd be similar, wouldn't they? There's our one guy with the Tyvek suit. So the ambulance is gone. So I wonder if they're now telling them, okay, you've all been exposed. You can't leave now. You're all quarantined. This could be the day for it, right? They got it full. They'd have to wait until, yeah, it's around dinner time now. What is he doing? Oh, he's wiping down the handles. The door handles. He's cleaning the door handles. That's what he's doing. So, yeah, it's about dinner time now. Everybody's coming back for dinner. For their Easter dinner. I wonder what they get for Easter dinner. Three meals and free Wi-Fi, but the Wi-Fi isn't that good, they say. Everybody's coming back at this time, though. We got people everywhere walking to go in. Hot dogs and hamburgers, rabbit stew, Canadian geese might be on the menu. They might have some geese on the dinner plate tonight. So I'm not happy with seeing them here. They shouldn't be here. It shouldn't be costing the city more money when it was put on the National Guard to, you know, it's been approved. You know, the National Guard's coming and they're gonna run this shelter. And then you see this. You know, the National Guard that they brought in were military police and other units like that, right? They're getting goose inside? Yeah, it could be. So, that's costing us extra money. National Guard doesn't cost us extra money. Let's see if he leaves. Has anyone been denied yet? The one guy said he was denied to go in. They said there's no more room, apparently. Let's see him leave. So the one guy said that, but yeah. Send defend in. There you go. They probably won't even let defend in with the dog. Monk Eye could come in undercover too. Both of them could. Definitely. That guy looks like he's gonna sit here parked the whole time. There's over 600 beds. There might be about 700 beds. This guy looks like he's just gonna camp out right out in front here. Well, yeah, they'd have to let him have his dog. I don't think Defend would actually want to be in there, though. Tell you that much. He'd rather be in his van than in there. Yeah. I mean, what it says on the signs is one thing, and what they actually do is another, guys. I mean, look what they told Channel 7 News, that they're gonna do social distancing in there. You know? It just ain't happening. Let me see here. Something's up here. I just got some things here. Hang on a second. What the hell is this crap? Candela's King Supers. On the 30th at approximately 1:30 p.m., the suspects stole food items, including packages of sushi, totaling more than $250. Really? Look at that jacket. He's wearing a $250 jacket, if not more. Look at that jacket he's wearing. Damn. Sorry, get you back up on the thing here. I was checking the Twitter because it was beeping at me for something here. Oh, somebody else is telling me. Yeah, I already showed this video. The video of them prepping it and everything. We've already seen the inside with these pictures from Channel 7. But we haven't seen the pictures after they got the people in there, how close together the beds are. You know? So. Oh, it's from the westward too. They let the westward in before. So we know what it looked like beforehand. But we haven't seen it since it's been opened, you know, how much closer the beds are together and everything. You know, you can probably touch the next person next to you from your own bed. So, how long does it take to set up beds over there in the Coliseum? Yeah, they're not for the larger ones, that's true. It didn't take them but a few hours to set up all the cots here, guys. Hours to set up the cots here. And then the women's one 2 weeks from now? What? You know? 2 weeks from now. So that's kind of nuts. that they would take so long to set up for the women over there. The convention center will be opened at 2 Tuesday. It doesn't take that long to set up cots, guys. I mean, what else do they have to set up? Really, what do they have to set up? So the snow is let up for right now, which is a good thing, but it'll snow again here shortly, I guarantee it. But I'm not going to stick around here for too much longer. How you doing, make love? So, I mean, we can go over here down to the end and look at the smoking section again, but your cot is gone. What, you were down here, Gary? Were you down in here yesterday, Gary? You should have came down here, Gary. They'll feed you. They'll give you a shower. They'll give you laundry facilities. They'll give you free Wi-Fi. Come down in here, be our inside man, Gary. Get some videos in there. How close the beds are together. How close everybody's standing when they're standing in line for their food. Come down and try to get a bed. You're not even far from it. We need some more inside videos of this place. We want to see what's going on in there. He doesn't have to use a pen camera. He can just use his cell phone. Bot Boo Gamer, how you doing? I don't know what to tell you, Gary. I mean, you can get warm here. You can get shelter, electricity to charge your phone, shower, bathrooms, Wi-Fi, and well, maybe the sickness too, but yeah. All right, guys. We're gonna call it a day for down here because they'll be eating dinner here, and it's gonna be pretty dead around here for a bit. So thank you guys for joining me. I'm gonna head on out. Are they giving free masks? They're supposed to be, but I don't think they are. Ah, okay. Bot Boo Gamer. Okay, we know Space Pygmy. Welcome to the stream then. Hidden mod. Okay, Jason. Alright, we'll be back down here again. We're gonna come back down here. You guys know how it is. We're gonna go check on things again down here probably tomorrow. We still need an inside man that's going to get us videos. So I'll find the guy if he, well, I'll find him listed in my chat thing, and I'll search for him. but he didn't comment down below yet that I could find his channel easy. So, okay, everybody, enjoy your Easter, for what's left of it. Hopefully these guys got something. Bread comes with free gluten, yeah. Something good to eat in there for Easter would be cool. I'll have to stop by over there at the Krager's and get boxes of the lighters for $6 and hand out lighters and stuff out here. So I might not be able to hand out a bunch of cigarettes, but you know, I can hand out lighters to people so that they have lighters with them. Of course, then this place might go up in flames. You never know, right? So, all right, everybody, you guys have a good evening. I don't know if I'll be back out or not. It depends on if there's any stringers that are going to pop up or not, is what it's going to come down to. So there were some stringers last night that I went to, but they were quick ones and nothing worth going live for. So we will catch you guys later. Thank you for joining me. We'll catch you on the next one.